This shopping mall has a closed pharmacy, an abandoned Wawa, a failed dollar store, an abandoned space, and right here, the shop that I bought. Of the 36 shops that I own, this one's unique because it's the only one that's in a strip center and next to so many failed businesses. Can't you just patch it? Yeah, it goes flat and then you keep driving on it. It gets all torn up. I'd like to throw these in. Let me get some gloves. I'll just do it. All in, this store cost me about $120,000 between buying the equipment from our competitor, the new signage. We spent a bunch of money on marketing to get customers in. We had to buy some additional equipment, just like money in the bank to make sure this thing kind of gets rolling. So about 120 grand. It was probably one of my lowest cost shops that I've ever launched. Some of them we've paid upwards of $500,000 for, while the one I just opened last a couple months ago was about $200,000. So the costs are lower being in a kind of a smaller space in a spot that's got some closed businesses around us. Actually, funny here, we forgot to add this one earlier, but there's an old bank, I think it was a Citizens Bank, that also shut down right next to us. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not in our future. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I love having shops right by parking lots where they don't take care of them. And you got to turn right back around. Right back around. Dude, I definitely got to fix these signs. I think I'm just going to take them down. They look like crap. And they're...
I like the one that says we sell.
It says we sell tires.
I like the one that says we sell.
We helped put these up in July of 2021. So these things are 5 years old. As you can tell, like over there, we'll get to it. They're all cracked up. They're kind of faded. They don't look that good. So I'd rather have no banners than crappy looking banners.
We tied the bungos that tight.
Somebody didn't want them going anywhere.
They haven't gone anywhere
For 3 kids, right? they were effective. Yeah, I think one of the most important things as a business owner is the store appearance. Like, what does it look like from the outside? We take a lot of pride in how our stores look, from investing into painting, which this store we can't paint because of the strip center stuff, to like signage, right? Like a dusty old dirty sign, like doesn't look great, from like what do the customers perceive, and as they come in, are they going to treat my car kind of the same way? And so investing in image is a huge thing for us. Let me just see if this can slip right off. Let's see. That was easier. This one's the easiest one. Done. Trying not to stab anybody on my way down here. All right, there we go. This will look much better. Now we just roll them up and save them for the next store. Shop 37. We have gross banners ready for them.
You ever sat in one?
I have not. I'm gonna go give it for a test drive.
You sit in it, you don't want to get up.
Oh yeah? That's pretty nice.
Best chairs in any lobby.
These are probably the nicest chairs.
And when I sat in the chair, it just took me a...
Took you away to a whole nother world? It took you to another world?
Like, what is this?
That's pretty nice.
Save the money on the K-cups.
We saved the money. No K-cups, right?
Good.
No, we don't have K-cups.
Let's call.
Customers ask all the time, you guys don't have any amenities or a cup of coffee?
We got water. We got Wheel of Fortune.
Did the lobby come with a store like this?
Yeah, so lobby was pretty much the same, almost identical layout. We got to redo the floor at some point.
I think it's one of your bigger lobbies.
Yeah, it's by far the biggest. I think all this space down here you don't use, Yeah, we cleaned it. It's way better. It looks way better than it used to. Dude, there's a monster safe you got here.
So that bottom one, they said it doesn't even work.
It doesn't work?
Yeah, it's just there.
Hopefully nothing's in there. That's valuable. I think the battery's dead on the keypad.
Try a combination every day. How many
A while.
A lot of days.
It doesn't even bump. Like I wonder.
You could do a few a day. Is that what we do for this video? We try and get into the safe.
It'll be a so boring video. Banner's gone. Already looks so much better, cleaner. Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, so after I heard about this shop closing and I looked at it and I knew I wanted it, we started the process of trying to figure out how we could buy it. This shop was filled with lifts, with tire equipment, with all this stuff. The terms of the lease said that they had to basically get rid of everything. We wanted their equipment not only for the cost savings of getting some used stuff that's still in good condition, but also for the fact that our goal is always to have as minimal time closed as possible so that customers whatever few ones they had will come to us. You don't have to get rid of everything. We'll buy all of your, all your equipment for a good price, and we'll save you a bunch of work. Ultimately, that's what happened. We struck a deal to basically write them a check to say, hey, leave everything here. We'll take it as is, no warranties or whatever. And so that got us kind of the equipment, and then simultaneously, we reached out to the landlords to work on a lease negotiation. So they were willing to work with us with you know, a good price on the lease. I think we got a couple months free because we said, hey, it's still going to take us some time to clean this place up and get it the way we need. You know, once the ball started rolling, it all happened pretty quick. So one of the issues we had when we first bought this place, the trash and the tires. People would come breaking in to steal, you know, the tires, and you know, we have to dispose of them. And so ultimately, you know, the solution was to build this very nice locking. And then we did our best to match the color to the wall. So it doesn't look terrible. It's not ideal, but then we had to put, you know, we had signs up, we got cameras, kind of classic Philly here. And then we got our sign. I don't know how we negotiated the top biggest sign, but I guess at the time we were probably their biggest tenant because there's not that many other people here. I don't know if that Dollar General was even open back then. So it's been definitely redeveloping. So here's what happened. It was April of 2021. And we had a store that was really struggling to hire anybody. I was talking to this entry-level technician and I asked him, you know, why are you looking for a job? Pretty standard question. And he goes, well, the place where I work, which is a competitor, which I'm not gonna name, is closing down, and you know, they're like, I'm out of a job, they just told me. And so I said, all right, well, where do you work? What's the address? He gave me it. Immediately, I was intrigued because A, it's really hard for us to find shops that are like these retail locations. So like down this way, you know, we got Burger King. If you've seen any of the videos, you know how much we love being close to a fast food place like a Burger King, a Taco Bell. We're usually not good enough to find a Chick-fil-A, but maybe one day. And you can just see this road that we're on. This here in Philadelphia. You know, for us to be successful, we need to be in high traffic places. That's kind of our business model. This is a good location based on the factors that we look at. Where all my other shops are standalone buildings that are about 4,000 square feet. This one though, is this end cap on this strip center. It's got a haircut, a halal place, a spa, a burnt down abandoned building. I'll show you that later. And then right here, you know, we've got this giant Rite Aid pharmacy, and it's like all kind of this one giant parcel. There's a Dollar Tree over there. While it was like different from the typical mold of my other, you know, 35 locations, it still kind of checked a lot of the boxes that I'm looking for in terms of the location, the size, you know, the neighborhood itself, all meet, you know, what I'm looking for. For me, like, I'm not, you know, some real estate expert, but like a lot of times this is the gut feeling that I'm looking at. Do I think I could take over a competitor's failed store, and do I think, you know, my team can be successful there?
The urge has not been.
I know. If it's cleanable, I'm throwing it out. Like that chair, I'm so tempted to assemble that chair right now. Look at it. It's just asking to be assembled. All right, shop fridge tour. Let's check it out. Pedialyte, Chick-fil-A sauce, honey mustard. This is a frozen Feastables. Probably didn't even realize it was in there. I think there's some chocolate too.
It's like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Strip center tour here. First, we've got this big vacant section. We took over this business here in July of 2021, and at the time, this thing was actually like a jungle. Like there was weeds as tall as the ceiling. So they've done something to help clean it up here, but it's still obviously a kind of a show. They put this cage up to keep the homeless people out. I don't know why that you know, somebody doesn't come in here and rent the space. I mean, it's a really good spot. It's a good size. So we got this one here kind of at the end. Our shop is down over here. Let's go check it out. We've got what was the ultimate dollar store, nothing over $1, but I have a feeling the Dollar General right there put them out of business. We've got the Crispy Wonder that serves crispy food. And we've got the Haircuttery franchise, and we've got Midas. Yeah, so this Rite Aid has been closed now for, I don't know, at least it sounded like almost a year. And you know, that other one's been closed down, that one's closed. So it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of funny, not funny, but like interesting. I mean, it talks about kind of, I don't know, what I love about the business is the resiliency that we have fixing cars when other businesses around you may not be able to make it. So this Rite Aid right next to us is closed. There is a vacant building that used to have weeds growing out of it. There's another closed building. Wawa across the street closed, and now it's a beer store. The competitor that was here had been here for years, failed and closed. And so, you know, from the onset, it looks like, man, this is a terrible spot. Everyone around you just freaking dies. Like, why would I think that this opportunity is worth it? Like, why would I sign a lease and put the money in to get this store launched and, you know, believe that we can make it work when, you know, Rite Aid couldn't make it work, and the competitor who's got hundreds of locations couldn't make it work. In some ways it's scary, but in other ways it's not that bad. I mean, we own 36 stores today. At the time when I bought this, it was store number, I'm gonna say 21-ish. We have a process to not only get these stores launched, but to get them turned around. And that's kind of the thing that I love about not only that we're a franchise, and carrying the Midas name, but we have our own way of doing things. We know when we go in, we have a formula of how we answer phones, how we get customers in, how we market, how we hire people, how we treat them, pay them, and then get people to come back again and again. And so our process doesn't change, whether we're here in the city or we're in the richest parts of New Jersey or Philly or anywhere else. This store had a record year last year, and this year we're continuing to grow. I mean, we're already up to 20 or 30% this year. I mean, this store is keeping par with almost all my other ones. None of those things matter at the end of the day. Like, I focus on the things that I can control. Can we do marketing to get people in? Can we have a great experience, etc.? Our fixed costs are a little bit lower here than our traditional stores, but we still can do just as much volume. So it helps, helps us make the money. Yeah, so this store has been a huge success so far in terms of what we bought it for, how it's operating, and even here in this neighborhood, while these other places are closing around us, we're still thriving. I'm looking for more shops like this, do our thing in and kind of fill in our footprint. And if you want to see what it looks like to run a store in one of the toughest parts of Philly, check this video out.